Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day, a great night. Today I wanted to do a little bit different video than I have been. Instead of a little week in my life, it's going to be a day in my life, and it's going to be kind of like a homemaker kind of things I do around the home to get everything ready and set for the week. Just like follow me throughout the day, getting all my stuff done, whatever that be. So let's get into it. So I woke up on this beautiful spring morning, and the first thing I did was starting with all the laundry, which means removing all the sheets from the bed so I can wash all of them. I like to wash my sheets, like bottom sheet and pillowcases, once a week. Now I have a duvet cover, and I'll wash that maybe once a month is kind of my goal. Or if it's dirty, I'll do it soon or whatever, obviously. But I do always feel like washing everything just helps everything smell better and helps with breakouts, especially with pillowcases. It is really one of my favorite things in the morning to open up all the windows and let all that fresh light in. It just helps brighten up the day and just helps get it off to a really good start. Towels are another thing that I replace weekly, and I know there's some debate on how often you should do that. So I'm just curious, how often do you replace your towels? Let me know down below. So I don't really want this to be a video of showing off. I think a lot of times us as women can feel like we're inadequate. And, you know, we have good days, we have bad days. And if you're wanting to start to become more of a homemaker and take care of the home a lot more, I suggest doing it in little steps. I understand that some days are really rough. I actually work full time, and most of the time I have to do everything in the evenings to get stuff done. If you're trying to start out in little steps. Don't try to do everything at once, but maybe one day try to do a little extra cleaning. And the next day you'll do a little extra cooking until you just feel like you have a handle on things, and it becomes a lot easier. So back to what I was doing, I am sorting laundry. So I sort it by different sections like whites, darks, jeans, different things like that. And I like to do it on just one day of the week and get it all done with, and forgetting about it and have to rewash loads. So the night before, I started the bagel dough. This is for sourdough bagels, and then let it rise all night long. So it's a pretty easy recipe, and if y'all want, at some point I can do a full-on tutorial about this because it's awesome. But I get the dough out of the bowl after it's been setting, and then break it into 16. Now the original recipe is 8. I like to make 16 at a time. So I'll just kind of put those into different balls to start out with. And then once you kind of roll them, you knead them a little bit and get them to the shape, then that's when you can put a little circle into the middle and then let them rise for a little bit longer. I also made some bread last night, and I'm having it on its second rise. So here I am putting some of the sourdough into jars to discard it, but little plot, fast forward, it won't be in this video, but I've actually switched to not even doing any discards for the future, so that's a little interesting note. I've been learning a lot and no longer do that, but just try to save it for other things. So next I am reading my scriptures. Now I actually usually try to do this very first thing in the morning, but I did a little bit later today, but it's just a good way to start and just to help study God's Word. So after I got ready for the day, I decided to put in some earrings. Usually, I don't think I showed them, but I have these earrings, the little bumblebee that I like to put in. I got them from my sister, and they're just nice to kind of have in. I like to play with stuff. Maybe it's not good, but I enjoy it, and they're some of my favorite things to put in. For breakfast, I'm doing a breakfast burrito sort of thing with peppers, mushrooms, with this cheese. And then I put it into a tortilla from Tortilla Land and with some chips and salsa, and it's so yummy. I've not been doing eggs, one, because of the price, and two, I've just been feeling like I shouldn't be eating as much eggs, just kind of call it intuition. But that's actually like a future thing. Not even at this point have I made that decision, but for the future, me. I also take the plants back outside. We had a couple cold nights and I did not want them to all freeze, so brought them in and now taking them back out for the rest of summer. So one important thing with the sourdough, well, pretty thing, is adding all the lines. One of my favorite things to add. It just makes it so much prettier. Also, to make sure to switch the laundry when it's done and making sure that it doesn't go sour. So this was my water boiling for my herbal tea, and then the water also boiling for the bagels. And then threw the bread in the oven and started putting my bagels into the water for a minute and then turned them for each side. And then I like to put a little bit of salt onto my bagels after. Salt's always better. So after all my yummy baked goods were made, I wanted to have a little bagel for lunch. So I first cut it, and then I had made this strawberry butter. Honestly, it's not probably didn't look the prettiest, but it tasted yummy, so I wanted to have that on the bagel. And then also had my herbal tea, which was the red raspberry leaf tea. I had heard, I think maybe I talked about other videos, but it's good for fertility, and so we've been taking that. In this video, you'll see I have honey, and this was the last time I've had honey because I've been having issues with it where my throat feels like it's closing off, and it got really bad here, so I took some Tri-Ease from doTERRA and it helped fix it. And remember how I went to the allergy doctor? He said he didn't believe me. I never really mentioned that before, but it really bothered me. But it definitely does bother me, and can't have honey, so we're totally off that last time. So here I'm taking my prenatal vitamins. I also don't think I mentioned, but yes, this video was filmed before I knew I was pregnant, and then definitely before the whole miscarriage and all that. One thing I definitely do not like is dishes, but it's definitely something necessary to do. So I'm trying to be better and not complain about it as much. For my second lunch, which I usually have around 1, I had another bagel. So cut that up, and then I wanted to have some tuna on it. So I got a can of tuna and some mayo and mixed it all up. So I had my tuna bagel sandwich with some little baby pickles and some oranges. So for dinner, I was trying to make up some sourdough empanadas. And one, I could not find our normal empanada dough recipe. And so they just did not turn out as well as I wanted. But we know better for next time what we need to do. I also think it's so important to get outside and enjoy your hobbies or whatever it is, but really to make sure you get fresh air and you're not staring at your same walls all day long. It's good for your health, it's good for morale, and I can promise you'll be a lot happier getting some fresh air. And there's just something magical about laying in a field away from no one in nature. It's so magical and pretty, I think. Also, I still feel like a little kid at heart. I have to blow on a dandelion if I get it and make my wish. I also, of course, had to go fishing again since I was already in the mountains. And that is all for this day. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with others. It would be so awesome and really help me to be able to grow. Hope you have a great day, great night. God bless.